What's up guys, my name is Adrian. In today's video I'm going to show you how to repair a nail puncture in a car or truck tire. Alright guys, here's a few of the tools that you may need to remove the screw or nail out of your tires. A pair of needle nose, these are good to get in. Some of the tight, a lot of times you'll get your nails and stuff stuck between the treads and it's hard to get to. And some of them can be pretty tough to pull out depending on if it's a screw or not with big threads. But these channel locks and stuff help real good to grip and pull it out of your tire. Also, you can't go wrong with a flat blade screwdriver. Sometimes if it has a screw in it, you can use the flat blade or Phillips to actually back it out. And of course, here's your tire plug kit. Here's the tools that you use to insert. You put your tire plug through this slot, and I'll show you here in a minute when we pull the nail out of this tire I have. Also, here's the tool that rings the holes so you can get your plug in. Also, you can use this one to help prise out what you have stuck in your tire. And also you need a bottle of water with some Dawn dish detergent in it. I haven't put the Dawn in it yet, but we'll put it in. You'll see how it bubbles and it shows you where the air is leaking out, and you can also find if there's any other places. And here's a tire valve core tool. You may need to use one of these and check. Sometimes your leaks come from out of your valve core. You may need to just tighten it, but we'll use the soapy water to check our valve core also. After you remove your tire, you want to fill up your water and put a little bit of Dawn dish detergent in. And it really don't take a lot. You probably want maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons in there. You just want enough to make the suds. You don't want a whole lot of foamy action going on. Alright guys, after you get the tire off the car, I would suggest taking it off if you could. Just take your soapy water here, it ain't nothing but Dawn and regular tap water, and we'll spray around the tire till we see little bubbles, and that'll show us exactly where it's at, and then we'll fix the spot. Okay, what you want to do is start spraying around till you see slight bubbles, and if you find the leak, usually unless it's a really slow leak, it's going to show itself pretty quick, like that. That's our leak. The spray around it just to make sure there's not any more around here. But we can tell right off the bat that that's our nail in our tire. So now it's time for me to show you how to fix it. Now what you want to do is add some air to it to make the tire a lot firmer, so when you go to push your plug in, it's not giving. It just makes it a lot easier. So I put about 20 or 30 psi to the tire to stiffen it up a lot for the plug. Okay, now what you want to really do is to go ahead and mark where your nail or screw's at. That way after the soap and stuff dries, you still know where, which this has a big head on the nail, but a lot of times if you drive it a while, the nails will get sheared off and you really can't see where it's at if you don't have the solution for it to bubble up. So take a piece of regular sidewalk chalk or anything and just mark around it. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, which you should always wear safety glasses or some sort of eye protection, because this tire is going to be under pressure when you pull it out. Stuff could go get in your eyes, so just make sure you got some kind of glasses on. And another thing, when you get ready to pull your nail or screw or whatever it is inside your tire, put it between your legs and grip it with your legs. That way you've got good leverage. It's not going to fall over and get away from you. A good idea to have is to place your chair right beside where you're working and put all your tools that you may need when you're pulling the nail out of your tire, and it just makes it easier to get to and a lot easier to work with. The next thing to do is get everything ready. Here's the kit that I showed you earlier in it. The ones that I'm going to put in it look a little different. They're just black. They're made by the same company. I just had these already open and didn't want to open my other pack up, but these are the same exact thing, and I'll link them in the description, so if you want to know where to get them, you can. Now before I pull the nail or screw out of the tire, I like to go ahead and get my plugs ready. So let's go ahead and install one of the plugs in the tools, and I can show you how to do that, and that way we can have it ready so when we pull our nail out we can put it right in the hole. And it's real nice to have some needle nose. A lot of times you can just squish the end of it down because it's kind of hard to get in here sometimes, and you can use the needle nose to pull it on through. Because see, it has a little slit in the middle, then it's split up there at the top, and you just pull it right through here till it's in the middle of it. I'll show you. Just kind of work it around. It is tough because it's got like a glue on it so it stays in the tire. Then you just grab it with your needle nose and just work it till probably about middle ways. I like to do them like that. And now we'll get ready to pull our nail out and put the plug in. Okay, now we're going to use our pick to get the head of the nail up before we can grab it with the channel lock. Now have your plug ready, because it's going to lose a lot of air really fast. Alright, I put it in about right there. Then twist it a little and pull it out. Now your tire's plugged. Now what we'll do is, these are probably an inch long. We'll cut them down to about 1/2 or 3/4 inch. You don't want a whole lot sticking out, but we'll check it with the soapy water now and see if it's still leaking, and we should be good to go. Okay, now you just want to double check it real quick with the soapy water and spray it around real good and let it sit, and notice there's no bubbles coming around where the nail was. So I'm going to call that a fixed tire, but this is not a permanent fix. I mean, this will be good to get you home and run you around a little bit, but I would probably suggest getting a new tire before too long. I wouldn't go on any long trips with it. Alright guys, it's the valve cord I was talking about at the beginning of the video that can cause a very slow leak sometimes. What happens is the little valve cord on the inside loosens up some and it lets air seep out. So I'm going to show you how to fix it and how to detect it. Now this is the little valve core tool. You can get most of your parts houses or online on Amazon or anything. I'll link in the description on where to find one. I'm going to loosen it just a little bit so I can simulate that it's leaking and stuff, so you can see with the soapy water. And you see these little bubbles just coming out if it has a real slow leak. Sometimes it bubble more if it has a bigger leak, but most times just little small stuff like this, and over a period of a week or so you could develop a flat tire after that. But all you have to do is take your little tool, and it has a little, let's see if we can get her in focus here, has a little notch right there that goes in there to tighten up the valve core. So we're going to tighten it up, and you just do it snug. You don't want to strip it out. And now spray your water on it, no more leak. Alright guys, I hope this little video helped you. If you have any questions or comments or anything, just drop them in the comments below. I'll try to answer whatever I can. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find the answer for you. But if you got value out of this video, please like, subscribe, and follow me along on my journey. Thanks. God bless.